5-minute Spider-Man story.
Mysterio's Revenge. Spider-Man shot a web across Fifth Avenue and swung past the Empire State Building. He was on his way toward the Daily Bugle. Peter Parker was late for work, and the only thing that could get him there on time was his web shooters. Great, Peter said to himself as he fired another web. If I'm late for work again, Mr. Jameson is going to explode. Just then, an explosion of green and purple smoke erupted from the top floor of the Daily Bugle building. Yikes! I didn't think he'd literally explode, Spidey said. Better get in there to see if anyone needs help. Landing on the side of the building, Spider-Man crawled up the wall and looked through the window into the smoky office. That's when he heard a booming voice and his spider sense started to tingle. Now that I have your attention, the bizarre voice began, you will all witness the total destruction of the Daily Bugle. Spider-Man recognized that voice. It was his enemy, Mysterio, the master of illusion. The menacing Mysterio was holding J. Jonah Jameson by the tie and addressing the terrified staff. No one can help you now, Jameson, not even Spider-Man, the villain hissed. That's my cue, Spidey said as he launched himself at the villain. Spider-Man caught Mysterio by surprise, and the two tumbled to the ground, locked in combat. As the superhero and supervillain continued to fight, Jameson crawled to the exit. He jiggled the doorknob frantically, but all the doors had been locked from the outside. They were trapped. The Amazing Spider-Man, Mysterio began. You're right on time to meet your doom. Mysterio raised his arms, and the newsroom filled with thick green smoke. Then the villain disappeared into the fog right before everyone's eyes. Meet my doom, Spider-Man said. What do you suppose he meant by that? Mysterio's voice echoed eerily across the room. Last I saw you, J. Jonah Jameson, you promised that you could deliver Spider-Man, the villain said. Instead, I was defeated by Spider-Man, and now you will all pay. With that, Mysterio appeared through the smoke and lunged at J. Jonah Jameson. Spider-Man knew he had to act fast. He fired a web and swung toward the villain. With unbelievable strength and speed, the Amazing Spider-Man kicked Mysterio in the chest and then fired another web at Jameson, sticking him to the wall. Sorry to disappoint you, Mysterio, but I don't have plans to meet my doom for at least another 60 or 70 years, Spidey said. Spider-Man stood above the trapped Mysterio and removed the villain's glass helmet. But Spidey was shocked at the person he saw beneath the mask. It was Peter Parker. Parker! Jameson yelled. You're Mysterio? Mysterio was a master of disguise, but only Spider-Man knew that the villain wasn't really Peter Parker. This must have been the disguise he was going to use in order to escape. Spidey thought, but how was Spider-Man going to save everyone in the Daily Bugle and prove that Mysterio wasn't Peter? While all those thoughts ran through Spidey's mind, the villain leaped forward and attacked. Oh, I hit hard, Spidey thought, as he tried to pick himself up off the floor. Mysterio delivered another hard blow. I can't believe I'm beating myself up. Spider-Man was dazed, but he rolled across the smoky room. With Mysterio distracted by his precious helmet, Spidey looked around the office and realized that the only person who wasn't there was the real Peter Parker. That's why Mysterio used him for his disguise, and that gave the wall crawler an idea. Spidey jumped across the room and crawled along the wall, completely hidden by the smoke. He grabbed a hoodie off the desk, zipped it up to cover his suit, and removed his mask. Now it looked like the real Peter Parker had shown up. Hey, guys, sorry I'm late. Mysterio turned, enraged. No! How did you get in? Two Parkers? Jameson said, confused. Next there'll be two Spider-Men. Not if I have anything to say about it, Mysterio said. The appearance of the real Peter Parker had worked. While everyone was distracted, Peter ducked beneath the smoke, put his mask back on, and charged at Mysterio. Firing both web shooters again, and the Amazing Spider-Man captured Mysterio in a giant spiderweb for all to see. Then, with a crash, the police finally broke into the newsroom, just as Spider-Man jumped out of the nearest window. Here you go, boys, Spidey said to the cops as he swung away. One gift-wrapped supervillain, courtesy of you-know-who.
Who's the cop?
A few minutes later, the real Peter Parker entered the newsroom. J. Jonah Jameson, who was still stuck to the side of the newsroom of the wall, looked down at him. "Parker," JJJ said, "you're late." Peter sighed. It was just another day at the office for Peter Parker. And your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.